Yo, what is up? Welcome back to another live stream. Today we're going to be doing some reactions. And, oh boy, I feel like I might have some fascinating. My vocabulary is upgrading. Can I, open my stream, please? Yes, yes, yes. Good. Everything's good. Okay. Um, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna start. I don't want to babble on about a whole lot of nothing. Alright, the first video we're watching. Okay. How free games trick you into spending money. Oh boy, what a thing. I feel like people are stupid and they
Why are most
okay,
free-to-play
I did not
games
mean to play. Stop.
becoming
Pause.
pay to
Pause.
win?
Pause. 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 Okay, the first thing I want to say before this video starts is basically, hey, like people think that like, ooh, a game is free. This is great. Well, there's a famous saying, right? Nothing's free, really free. There's always a catch. Because why would a company ever willingly give you something for free? Well, no, it's usually because they're trying to get you to buy something. So, it's the problem with free games. Also, they're a lot of times pretty trash, but that's just my take on them.
Free-to-play games.
Free to play titles.
Free to play.
Pay to win.
Paying to win in a video game.
It's a pay-to-win model.
Games didn't used to be this way. Back in the good old days, there
Oh,
were no
of
loot
course.
boxes, battle passes, or microtransactions. Something changed though, and game companies switched from play to win to pay to win.
The socially accepted way of behaving in your
Wait,
game
did you say
should be
pay to
From
win?
play to win to pay to win.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I don't think a lot of games are pay to win, but who really knows? By the way, the whole loot box thing, I hate when people talk about it like it's still a problem. I mean, yeah, it is in some games. Like, obviously, Counter-Strike has loot boxes, but bro, that was like 2016, 2018 kind of phase. Not really anything nowadays really relevant. So I hate when people say, "Oh, loot boxes killed gaming." Like, okay, get out of here.
socially accepted way of behaving in your game should be paying.
But what's interesting is that in the beginning, almost every video game was pay to win. Back in the 70s and early 80s, you were most likely to find gamers at an arcade, surrounded by the aroma of heated circuitry and musty carpet. And
There
for
is
those
no way this guy's gonna claim that arcade games are pay to win, bro. Because well, first off, I mean, if you're skilled enough, you literally could just pay once and beat the game in theory. I don't know if you can beat them, but like there's no like you could get the best score in the out of everyone, right? The high score by playing once. So you cannot claim that oh, you have to play a bunch, you have to pay for each attempt and you have to spend hundreds of attempts to I feel like he's going there. I don't want him to go there. Please
can't
don't.
imagine the smell or weren't around for the arcade days, games were different back then. You had to pay to play, but you also had to keep paying if you weren't good. You see, back then, most arcade games used a life system, like Space Invaders, Pac-Man, or Time Crisis. And these games had only one goal: keep customers paying. They wanted people to fail, because this was how arcades made back their money on cabinets that could cost up to 10 grand. This is also why you'd see 30 people craning their neck to watch one guy for hours, dumping quarter after quarter every few minutes as a teenager was pricey. But with the rise of home gaming in the 80s and 90s, arcades started dying off. Why spend all your lunch money?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Every time I've gone to like a retro arcade or a vintage, I don't know what it's called. I did go one before, and honestly, it did not hit. Now, I wasn't born in the time where arcades were really popular. Well, like arcade games are popular, obviously. So, I mean, to me, it's just all corny. It's like, dude, these games low-key suck. They're not that entertaining. I don't know. Maybe back then it was like, oh, this is the only thing you really had. Wow, how fun. Pac-Man. Pac-Man? Nowadays? No, there's no way I'm playing that willingly. There's no way. Unless I'm playing for free and I legitimately have nothing better to do. Like, I know that's probably a bad take, but Pac-Man's kind of boring. Just is.
Trying to beat Ninja Turtles when you could buy the game once and play it as much as you want. So with the demise of arcades, the
Oh,
pay-to-win
Mortal
model went to hide.
Kombat, bro. Mortal Kombat's so hard. I just remembered that is a game though that yeah, and actually now that I think about it, there is the Mortal Kombat, I don't know which one I played, but the arcade, bro, that was fun because it's like you actually play. I think that's the problem. Like, dude, we need to like playing against actual people, like split screen in games is so much fun because of the competitive nature. Like, when you sit behind a computer and the other person you're versing in a 1v1's behind a computer in a different part of the planet, it's like, dude, it's not hit the same when you have split screen. I wish that more people did split screen. I don't know. I haven't like played split screen with a friend or anything recently, and then ever. Like it's just not normal anymore. It's kind of sad. those are the days, you know, go on Call of Duty, you know, go on shipments, you know, 1v1 your friend and lose because I suck. And, you know, like literally every time I had a friend over, it was literally what I'd do. Just go, hey, shipments, verse me.
At least for a little while. What's crazy though is that the pay to win model would take almost 20 years to reappear, needing free to play games, piracy, and League of Legends for it to come back bigger and badder than ever. What's even more crazy is that it all started with Doom.
What?
There had never been something quite like Doom. It was massive, and it changed video games forever. Doom had top-of-the-line 3D graphics, there was a PC multiplayer, it supported mods, but most importantly, the game was free to play. You have to understand, this was insane to
Wait,
do back
what?
then. You didn't have
was?
free-to-play games.
Oh, wow.
Remember, everything was physical. You purchased games on floppy disks or cartridges. Digital games weren't a thing, so free-to-play games weren't free to distribute, meaning id Software had to buy millions of floppy disks, then print Doom on millions of disks, then ship these disks around the world, spending hundreds of thousands before ever making a dime. So why would they do this? Well, back then developers
You know
were
what's crazy, by the way? Doom is still relevant to this day. Well, how many years later? Like 30 years later, borderline? I just thought I'd point that out because, you know, they're releasing Doom Dark Age, whatever it's called, bro. I'm playing that completely, bro. I'm definitely buying it and actually never playing it because I have a habit with Doom in particular to not play it and buy it. So, it's great. That's a distraction. I don't. Yeah, why did they make it free though? Oh, isn't it the first game? By the way, isn't this Doom the first game to have multiplayer or something like that? Maybe.
not the ones who made the most money off their games. Most of the money went to the publishers, and developers often got single-digit percentages in royalties. Id didn't want to go this route, so they decided to try the free-to-play model, known as shareware at the time.
Using it before he pays for it. That's the wonderful thing
Oh, I
about
see.
shareware.
Okay, good.
He actually has it in his hands, and he sees if it's fit for his purpose, and if it isn't, he doesn't have to use it and doesn't have to pay for it.
The goal was to get Doom in the hands of as many players as possible, and hope they could upsell. A high-risk, high-reward strategy.
Right, but
For those confused on how shareware works, think of it like a phone game. Players only get access to the first few levels, with the rest of the game being restricted behind a paywall. The goal is to get people hooked, and if they want to play the rest of the game, they need to call and pay for a code that unlocks the rest. A little more convoluted than just adding your credit card, but the beauty of this model was that id would get 100% of the revenue instead of splitting it with the publisher. It worked.
Oh wow.
Doom became a phenomenon. Companies were banning Doom from their networks because LAN games were clogging them up and slowing things down. I mean, the game had been installed on more computers worldwide than Microsoft's then new operating system, Windows 95. So because of the free-to-play model, id was able to upsell millions of
Dude,
copies.
I just can't get over the graphics, dude. Like, it's just hard to imagine as someone who wasn't around in those days, you know, when these games were out, just like, this was the best graphics. It's like, dude, I just can't imagine it. There's no way, dude. Obviously, it has to start somewhere, but it's just diabolical. Like, wow. There was a point where this looked like that, and it wasn't even that long ago. I mean, I say that, but it's longer than while I've been alive, so it's pretty long in the grand scheme of things from my perspective. But whatever. The original Doom sold 3.5 million physical copies. What's a shareware copy? Do not
make
know.
tens of millions of dollars and completely change the world of video games. However, id isn't among the modern gaming industry's juggernauts. Why isn't the company still revolutionary, and why aren't people complaining about them like they do EA, Activision, and Ubisoft? There are a few reasons, such as the founding team breaking up or creating some disappointing sequels. However, the main reason is that id got comfortable. They were years ahead of their time with the free-to-play model, but they ignored the main reason for Doom's global success and released their following game, Doom 2, for $40 a piece. They completely forgot the power of the free-to-play model, and as a result, they stopped making free-to-play games. Slowly, the company fell apart. So with the failure of id, the free-to-play model amongst
That's interesting. Oh, actually, it makes sense because there's gonna be people who will just enjoy the game free to play, and they're not gonna be. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Then there's the argument. Oh, but you could pirate the game. Like, I'm pretty sure this was around. I don't know. I know like the early 2000s was like the golden age of pirating. I know that, but I don't know when the next Doom came out, so I can't really say. But I know that there was a phase in the internet where it was just like pirating was like common, in everything. What am I looking at, by the way? These are the graphics. Honestly, not bad. Okay, I shouldn't lie.
major studios would disappear.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this. I'm like,
Apart.
dude.
So with the failure of id, the free-to-play model amongst major studios
Okay, okay. I'm not gonna say what he looked like he was doing. What? Why is the text so hard to read? Remarkably in. Okay, but I can still read it. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
would disappear in the West, at least until the rise of League of Legends 16 years later.
Oh, come
but in
on.
the meantime, new innovators
That game
would
out of my
eventually find
ears.
success, and it's all thanks to piracy.
Why should I sail with any of you? 4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
The game piracy was a huge problem in the 80s and 90s, especially
Oh.
in Asia. Unlike most Western countries and Japan, many Asian countries didn't have piracy laws. There was nothing enforcing that $250,000 warning every time they popped in a VHS.
It's $250,000. Wait, what does it say? Oh, but this is motion. Okay. Criminal copyright infringement is investigated by the FBI. Wow, I didn't even know that. And may constitute a felony. Wow, that's diabolical. I actually had no idea it was a felony. With a maximum penalty of up to 5 years in prison or a $250,000 fine. I guess I could see where they're coming from, but this seems quite extreme, honestly. Like, well, I mean, to be fair, also, it's like, you can't have people just, like, getting free copies of everything illegally. I mean, then what would be the point of buying it, you know?
So at the time, 90% of all software in digital entertainment was pirated, which means if you were a game developer and you had 1 million people playing your game in certain parts of Asia, it was likely that 900,000 of them didn't pay for it. Not a great way to make money. But there were many reasons for this. Cost of living differs greatly between countries. I mean, imagine paying $50 for a video game when you're...
Well, I'm assuming this is back in the day, because this is diabolical. $300. Income per month, $300. Yeah, that's definitely a number. Let's just say that. Oh, wait, how much was... Okay, so this is saying... Wait, rank number 1? Oh, okay, so yeah, this is definitely just at the time, because there's no way number 1 country of average income is 15,000. Wow, that just puts in perspective just how much inflation has hit. That in 30 years, the average income has gone up by a ton.
between countries. I mean, imagine paying $50 for a video game when your monthly salary is $200. So Western publishers did try selling games with prices that reflected the local cost of living, but pirates would just travel to those countries, buy copies in bulk for huge discounts, and then sell these games in the States. And as I'm writing this, I remember going to a swap meet in 2005 and seeing Star Wars Battlefront, the first one, for like 20 bucks right after it came out. It was in a janky looking case, but I didn't care. The game was half the price that it was at GameStop. And I'm just realizing that it was probably purchased somewhere in Asia and shipped to that dinky swap meet for people like me to purchase. So we can see that the rampant piracy in Asia and the rise of the internet, up and coming Asian publishers really needed to innovate to succeed. And the first company to do it was Nexon. Unsurprisingly,
I have no
Nexon
idea
was a
what
Korean
Nexon
company,
is.
one of the countries most affected by piracy, and they released the first digital free-to-play game called Quiz Quiz in 1999. This MMO set off a chain reaction, setting in motion a wave of Asian free-to-play games. Nexon had finally figured out how to monetize video games in Asia, and they didn't stop there. Nexon went on to create MapleStory, the first pay-to-win game in 2003, which was also the first game to feature loot boxes inspired by the real-life Gachapon toy dispensers. But while many Asian studios were innovating, the West continued as if nothing had changed, selling physical games in retail stores, because if it's not broke, don't fix it. But it was broken.
Wow, wait, Call of Duty was 16 plus at one point? That's crazy. Honestly, I don't know how I wasn't really around for like the whole, I wasn't like young enough to really experience the whole what am I saying? Okay, I wasn't old enough to okay. Never mind. The point is I wasn't really around the time where it was like, ooh, go to GameStop. I mean, I remember when I was like maybe like 10 was like the last time I actually went to GameStop to get games. Cuz then by then it was kind of over. Let me think. What year was it when I was 10? Well. Oh, well, never mind. I've lied because that would make it. Whoa. What year is it? 2025? Oh my God, I'm confused. Wait. Okay, that doesn't make sense. That means it was 2017. That's wrong. There's no way I was 10 in 2017. That's no way. Okay, it's definitely real, but um, wow. Okay, what the hell? That's crazy. I'm just having a midlife crisis. Every time I think about my age, it's like, oh my God. Like when I look at 2025, I'm like, dude, I still haven't processed this 2025. Like it's just like, what happened? It still feels like 2024, and even 2024, I felt like 2020. Like it doesn't feel like time's moved at all. And then you say something like, "Oh yeah, I was 10 in 2017." You think, "Wow, 2017, that's only like 3 years ago." Oh, wrong, wrong, wrong. Just makes a like it just makes me like just completely like have a midlife crisis, borderline. It's like, oh God. Anyways, that is such a distraction.
The West may not have had as much rampant piracy as Asia, but I remember the good old days of Pirate Bay and LimeWire. You'd have a dedicated computer for all your games, music, and viruses. So the US still had piracy, enough that the music industry was actually failing in the 2000s because of it. That
Wow.
said, piracy wasn't the only problem with the Western status quo. You see, the industry was growing, and companies wanted more people playing their games, but $50 price tags were keeping a lot of people out of the gaming market. So the other problem was price elasticity of demand.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. What is this graph? PDQD? What is the D? Okay, that sounds a little suspicious. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Quantity, price, like what? Oh, quarter one maybe. Quarter one, quarter. I don't know.
What the hell is even that?
Basically, it's a way to measure demand for a game. So if the price of a game is $50, you can see only half the people who want to play a game will buy it. If the price goes down, the player base will go up. So if you give your game away for free, you maximize your player base. But if you give your game away for free, then you need to make money elsewhere. And Western studios just couldn't wrap their mind around this concept yet. Executives would sweat anytime they ever heard free to play. And in business, we call this an innovator's dilemma. This is where League of Legends comes in. Asia was popping out free games left and right, and the companies making them were raking in the cash. Riot's founders, Brandon Beck and Mark Merrill, the creators of League of Legends, saw the free-to-play model working in Asia and came up with a genius plan. They decided to create an optimized version of Dota, which at the time was a Warcraft 3 custom game with a massive player.
I don't know. When I think of the words degenerate, think of the games. Well, when I think of the games mainly, I should say. Let's rephrase that. When I think the games Dota, World of Warcraft, and oh, dude, it was said in the video. What is it called? Great. Now I don't remember. I mean, oh, dude, what is this game? League of Legends. Dude, oh, that took way too long. Those three games are games that I just picture the grimiest, like, dirtiest gamers ever playing. Like, I don't want to associate myself with it. I don't even know why. I mean, I've never played them, so I have no idea how bad they are, but, like, there's this image or, like, reputation with these games of, like, they're weird, like, bad or something. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just, like, look at this guy, dude. He looks like he hasn't, like, kept with his hair at all. He just looks like he's just been sitting there for, like, hours. I mean, to be fair, that's what a lot of people do. But I feel like the people who play these types of games are particular. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I don't know. I just that's why I'll never play League of Legends. I do not want to associate with this community that is probably dirty and musty. Like, I'm good off that. I'm good. Also, I don't know, by the way, I've heard that League of Legends is very addicting to the point where people sink thousands of hours into it. And frankly, prefer not to get addicted to a game so severely that I have to sink hours and hours. Well, okay, that's a lie, because every time I've ever said, by the way, oh, I'm not going to get addicted to a game, and I play it, and it turns out to be great, it's like, dude, I end up just spending way too much time. I'm not going to lie. You know, everyone has their problems, right? Everyone has their addictions. Video games and YouTube are my addictions, and well, and music. But mainly video games. I'm gonna be a man and say, hey, it's an addiction, like a problem. Well, it's not severe though. That's the thing, because I can definitely go days without playing it, but you know, it's not something I normally do. You know, that's just a thing. I don't know. I feel like people overreact though and just assume that if you play a couple hours a day, you're automatically addicted. I think addicted is when You play constantly, and it's like the only thing you really want to do, or the thing you rely on the most to do in your free time. Like often, like I find the way I see it is like for me, it's like I don't really want to do other things. I just want to focus on playing video games. It's like the only thing that's on my mind usually. Like I hate saying it, but it's true. That to me is addicted. It's like when you're on drugs, you know? But these people are like, "Oh, you play a couple hours after getting off work. Oh, you're addicted." Like that's kind of ridiculous. You can't just say that. There was a phase where every single news was saying, "Oh, your child's addicted to video games," and it made me so annoyed. Ugh, disgusted. These people be throwing the addicted word too harsh.
base, me included. They knew people loved the game, even though it was a janky experience. First, you had to purchase Warcraft 3, then you had to go to custom
Oh, this is
games
World
and
of
try to
Warcraft, by
find
the
a
way.
lobby featuring the Dota mod. Then when you finally found one, you could run to Taco Bell and back before the game even loaded.
Oh, never mind,
So
it's
Riot's founders knew they
Warcraft.
had a great gameplay loop they could optimize, but they also knew that League needed to be free to play. The founders took this idea of free to play Dota and with just a wireframe and a pitch, went to investors. Some were confused, thinking players would never spend money on cosmetic purchases. Others, however, were blown away. Mitch Lasky, one of the first investors in Riot, put it this way.
And they understood not only the free-to-play concept, but they understood how to bring an audience to the table to prime the pump of free-to-play.
So these investors didn't throw millions at Riot because the game looked good, but because Riot proved they knew how to make free-to-play work. Which is why League of Legends is one of the most pivotal games in history, for better or worse. So with League's success...
There is no way that's MasterCard, I believe that's what it is. I believe that's what it's called. I know it's on my card, but whatever it is, I think it's just MasterCard. There's no way they're sponsoring this stream. It's ridiculous. Sponsoring streams. Oh, great. What a great move. Honestly, I just don't get. By the way, I've never understood why people watch streams of people playing into tournaments because, like, dude, I don't know. It just doesn't seem interesting. Like Fortnite tournaments. Oh, I can never say the word tournaments, and it's pissing me off. Tournament. Okay, there we go. I just like. I remember when Fortnite had their big tournament. Okay, I'm not gonna say the word championship. Let's just say that. It's like how could you watch it? It's so boring. You're just watching other people play a game. Like, I guess good, but like, you know, I don't know. I guess it's just me. I don't know.
And the introduction of free-to-play in the West, pay to win, was right around the corner.
Champions can fall, gods can bleed. Where were you?
Especially with these announcers, bro. Like, listen to this announcer and tell me, oh, wow, this is adding so much.
When the West rose up to conquer champions.
The
One of my-
West rose up. Okay. Yeah, I just like I'm hearing that. I'm thinking, what is this? This is cringy. I don't know. When there's announcers, I think that's the problem with the announcers at like championship things. It's like, dude, they always just make it like super. It just makes it me think I'm watching like a like I don't know, like a sport, but I'm not. I'm just watching people click buttons. Like, ooh, wow, that's it's great. Like they're hyping it up like it's so exciting. And it's like, dude, it's not that. I think that's the problem. Because
My
he's
favorite
talking about, oh, the
experiences with
West
pay to
just
win
okay.
happened a
He's
few
talking.
years
Oh
ago.
my
I
God!
was
Stop! He's talking about the West rose up and dominated. Like, dude, it's not that serious. It's a game, bro. I honestly don't understand. Well, no, that was English. Don't understand that. I think that was right. Honestly, don't know. My brain is cooked today. My brain today is particularly cooked, so I'm probably not gonna say the most coherent things ever. I should have said that earlier.
Visiting Yosemite when I overheard an elderly woman.
Oh my God,
pleading-
it's called Yosemite. Oh my God. Okay, the reason why I say that, by the way, is because Travis Scott has a song, right? Okay, that's that's the only reason why I know this place exists. And I've always called it Yosemite. Okay, so it's Yosemite. Or I can't even say it. How did you say it?
Happened a few years ago. I was visiting Yosemite
Yosemite. Okay. The more you know, you know. Yeah.
when I
Whatever.
overheard an elderly woman pleading with her husband to give her $3. I guess she had been struggling to beat a Candy Crush level and needed to buy some gold bars to
Oh
help
my
her win.
God.
He muttered something under his breath, but he handed her his credit card. I
What?
couldn't believe what I was hearing. This 70-year-old woman was being manipulated by Candy Crush, and based off the interaction with her husband, it wasn't the first time. In that moment, I realized that anybody could be swindled by pay-to-win mechanics. I mean, Candy Crush at its
I'm not gonna lie, Clash of Clans is the first game that comes to mind with pay to win because I've almost spent money on the game like probably like way too many times. In fact, there was a time where I almost like I was putting in the information on my card. And I realized, what am I doing? I think the problem for me, and this is what I think, is I know myself too well. I know that like cosmetics don't work on me first off. I've always found cosmetics in games stupid because unless you're dedicated to the game and you're playing that hundreds of hours and you plan on sticking to it, you should never invest in cosmetics because once you leave the game, it's like, well, now you have nothing. I'm okay. I mean, personally, I think it's like, that's why I like Battle Passes, I guess, because, with Battle Passes, it's like, you get a ton of stuff for a reasonable price. And even though it's not all good, you're gonna have stuff that you have variety. But if you just buy one skin, let's just say you're playing like, I don't know, Fortnite, you decide, I'm gonna buy stupid one skin. Like, that's stupid. Oh, and then if you decide, oh, I'm gonna buy like 5 skins from the item shop, it's like, dude, you could have just bought a battle pass, got 5 skins. Now, I know the battle passes nowadays suck, but that's not relevant. The point really goes down to is with cosmetics, it's just like, I don't get why people buy so many cosmetics because once you leave the game, you'll never, like, all that money you spend is just gone. Which I think is kind of like sad because now you just invest in something that's not permanent. Like you're never gonna permanently play a game. I shouldn't say that, but because there's people who've been playing Minecraft for like 10 plus years, but like the average person will not stick to a game for 20, 30 years. There's no way. Like I don't know. I mean, maybe you can make the argument that like, oh, you only need to play the game for like a couple hours and you get your money's worth, but I don't know. And also, how do you define money's worth in a cosmetic? It's literally just pixels on a screen. Like, is it really that serious? Like, oh wow, people reacted to my pixels on a screen. Ooh, that was money's worth. Like, is that how you define money's worth in there? I don't know. I don't get it. I honestly don't understand. But the whole pay to win thing is very annoying because it actually kind of works on me low key almost. Because like, it's like, because what they do with pay to win is they make it inconvenient for you. Every single game does this, where they make this addicting loop where it's like, oh, this is fun. I love this game. And then you start progressing in it and it slowly becomes more and more tedious until it just becomes stupendously annoying. And it's like grindy as hell. And you're like, well, I already put so much time in. And you want to get to the end, but you know you really can't without spending like way too many hours. And by the time you put in all the hours, they probably updated the game to make it even more time consuming. So the problem is with that is that if you pay, it's like, oh, well, I'm skipping all the nuisancery while still enjoying the game. That's why pay to win works, because they purposely make it so that the option to pay is so much more convenient. Which is very frustrating, because the amount of games I've played where I actually liked them is ridiculous. Clash of Clans, somehow, some way, Clash of Clans has made it so that it's actually somewhat enjoyable to play the game without paying. It's actually a little, in my opinion, well, I don't know, because I haven't paid anything really in that game, so I don't know, but like, it's probably much more satisfying to play without paying than to pay with paying. I don't know. I don't know if that's really true, because I have to do an experiment to really get the results, and, I'm not trying to spend hundreds of dollars on a game, a mobile game.
peak was pulling in $1 to $3 million a day with in-app purchases. That's almost $1 billion a day.
$3.9 million worldwide? Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Didn't he just wait? He's saying a bigger number.
Crush
though.
at its peak was pulling in $1 to $3 million a day with in-app purchases. That's almost $1 billion a year.
That's
This
sad.
is what happens when you have companies that can manipulate you so well you don't even notice when it's happening. And the worst part, they're teaching others their tricks.
Some of you will probably be slightly shocked by all the tricks I have listed here, but I'll leave the morality of it out of the talk.
You know it's gonna be a gnarly presentation when the guy starts with, let's not think about the morality of this. And he doesn't. This presentation on how to monetize free-to-play games really outlines everything. In-depth industry secrets on how to use psychology to trick people to spend money. The whole time watching this, all I could think of was the old adage of the
Okay,
frog in the
what?
pot.
Oh, okay.
If you put a frog in the pot of boiling water, it'll jump out. But put the frog in cool water and gradually heat it up, the frog will boil to death.
Wait,
Whereas
whoa, 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 okay. That took a little bit of a dark turn. I did not. Is that really a saying? Okay, why? Why did someone do that? Why? Okay. I guess it's good for a science experiment, but the fact that someone is literally recording themselves do that, probably. I don't know. Because you cut the footage, but like, dude. That's just sad. Why would you ever... Okay. I don't know. That just seems very, like, depressing to just boil a frog alive just because you wanted to test something. Like, really? Are we really that sad of a species?
put the frog in cool water
answer is yes,
and
by the
gradually
way.
heat it up, the frog will boil to death. Whereas the presenter puts it, you hook the gamer first with something irresistible, then you create a habit with an easy and rewarding gameplay loop, then pounce when the game becomes a hobby, because players will do anything to win or progress. It's crazy to outright hear it, but it gets even better.
Top grossing games have in-game economies worth tens of thousands.
Meaning,
Oh. Make it possible to spend $1,000. Oh my god. You know what the worst part is? $1,000 in most games, like free-to-play games, is nothing. You could spend way more. Oh my god, that's just like depressing. And the worst part is people spend all their money on stuff.
the more players can spend on a game, the more you'll make.
Make stuff immediately useful, immediate gratification.
So you don't want them thinking about the purchase.
People are much more attached to the stuff they have than an equal amount of things that they can gain.
We are more likely to pay if you threaten to take something away.
So this is
And that's why Fortnite succeeded, by the way, because the idea of, like, that's why the whole item shop, the OG item shop, not the modern day item shop, but, you know, back in the day, the item shop and the battle passes actually worked back then so hard because we knew, hey, they're not gonna, like, we're not seeing this. We could potentially never see these items again. So everyone was, like, constantly buy all the new stuff to get them in case they became rare. Now it's like, that's a whole different issue. Now it's like, you know, it's just like, there's just so many skins and they keep remaking like old stuff that used to be rare that just doesn't, nothing has value anymore. That's the problem. I don't know why they did that. I'm kind of upset about it. I don't know. I think they crossed the line. There's a lot of things Fortnite did wrong. I'm not gonna lie. In the recent years, the whole shoes thing, it's too far. I think the problem with Fortnite is too is that they're making way too much money. Like, way too much money, and and because of what they do, everyone else is like, ooh, that's a great idea, let's copy it. And I'm worried the shoe thing is going to start carrying over. I don't know if it really was that successful, but they keep on trying to get people to buy shoes. Like, oh my god, you could spend, in theory, the same amount of money. Well, yeah, you're going to get crappy shoes in real life, but like $20 for pixelated shoes. You could drop $20 on a mediocre pair of shoes, and hey, you got shoes. Like, or oh, think about it this way, like, I don't know, it's like you're paying all this money for what? Shoes. The thing that no one's looking at in a game. No one's looking at your feet going, man, I love looking at feet for those shoes. In real life, you know, people are weird and they look at your feet first because, you know, well, what shoes do you wear? Never understood that. I don't know why it's such a big hype to look at your feet first. It's weird. Anyways, I don't know. And this, wait, so this is social proof. What's the line for? I don't know. I just saw everyone stand here and figure it must be good. If people are like this, then it's proof that they're sheep. They're in the herd, you know? They're just following the herd, you know? Yeah, ideally you'd be your lone sheep. Okay, I hate that analogy so much. I hate the whole sheep thing, which kind of works. No, but seriously, do people actually do this? I don't know. There's no way people actually just do things just because. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. No, because that's definitely true, but I'm talking about line, like in particular this line, like why? Why would you
herd
ever do that?
animals, we tend to do what all of the others do. Absolutely do not want to tell them that the majority of people in your game never spend money. That's poison. Never tell them that.
And my favorite of all,
Make sure that your games aren't too skill-based.
the craziest part about all of this is that what he's talking about isn't even the worst of it. It's terrible that game studios have taken these strategies and turned most free-to-play games into pay-to-win. But somehow, pay-to-win has also infected full-priced games.
Yes, that's what I was going to talk about earlier. I forgot about it. Like, I think the problem now is that like games like Call of Duty, which are packaged for $70, have transactions. Like, dude, you're getting a ton of money from overpricing your game in the first place, and then you're demanding, well, you're not demanding, but you're giving all these options for all these stupid little skins that don't belong in your game. Call of Duty is the worst offense. Like, I can't think of another game that I'm more offended by microtransactions in. Because, like, $70 is overpriced for their game, and the skins are just so crappy, and they don't belong in the game. Like, Modern Warfare, you don't want to see, like, I got so mad when Modern Warfare 2019 started having stupid hentai skins in there because, like, well, it wasn't actually hentai, but it was borderline in my opinion. But, like, you know, that stuff in there in a what's supposed to be like a Modern Warfare setting where it's like, hey, this is a realistic setting somewhat. Like, we do not need Nicki Minaj. This is where it's getting ridiculous. And the worst part is people are actually spending money on this. So they can keep doing it because they know they'll just finesse people out of their money. Like, I don't know why this is a thing. What idiots are actually purchasing these things? I don't know. To be fair, no, I can't even defend Nicki Minaj. You can't defend that. If you're buying Nicki Minaj and stupid Call of Duty, you're weird. I don't know what else to say. I cannot defend it. I just can't get in the mindset of these people.
2, you're not only having to pay to play, but they want you to keep paying. Sound familiar? We seem to have come full circle. We are somehow back in the arcade days where I'm more likely to just watch someone else play because it's too expensive for me to keep up. And I know that you know who really took this pay-to-win model to a new level. The 2-time worst company, EA. EA saw all these free-to-play games using pay-to-win strategies and thought, we could do better. At first glance, it didn't seem like a big deal. Like the cosmetics in MapleStory, who cares if someone wants to pay for a purely visual change? But
Yeah,
over
I
the years, loot boxes went from simple game additions to full-on progression systems. It was finally perfect in the eyes of EA. They were following the advice of a very moral presenter when he says,
The reason I highlighted convenience up there or progress is that most of your sales will be here. Customization, hats and stuff, they're nice, but you'll have a single-digit percentage of your income coming from that.
you make the real money monetizing progression systems, not cosmetics. So EA shipped this new model with the brand new game, Star Wars
Oh
Battlefront.
my god, that's why the Battle Pass system works so well. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. That's crazy. The Battle Pass is doing two things at once. It's getting people tricked into spending all their money into it because they think they're getting a ton of good stuff when a lot of Battle Passes are just mediocre at best. They're just filled with mediocre trash with a couple great things. But the worst part of Battle Passes is that you have to complete them to get the rewards, so people are gonna spend money to get through the Battle Pass so they don't have to actually play the game. Oh my god, the Battle Pass is genius. That is genius. Because think about it, all the streamers, I mean, okay, streamers are very minority of people, but even, like, just look at the streamers, right? Almost every streamer you watch who plays Fortnite, for example, does not just go and play the Battle Pass like normal. They instantly buy all the tiers. I guarantee there's many people who do that. Because they don't want to have to grind it. Even though, honestly, the Fortnite Battle Pass, by the way, I should mention, is probably the best Battle Pass there is on anyone I've seen in any game. Because they actually, for the most part, value your time. Like, it's easy to level up. You get, like, in-game currency back so you can afford another one if you max it out, which is not that hard, like I said. To get to tier 100, it takes, like, 20 hours, maybe. I mean, that's if you're, like, not even trying to get XP, in my opinion. But, you know, a lot of games don't do that. They make this like very annoying level up system that takes way too long, and they have even worse skins and nothing great in them. So, I don't know. There's that being said, there's still value in buying them because you're still getting stuff. I mean, battle passes will almost always be like actually worth buying if you have nothing, you want skins, you know? Because they just give you so much stuff for what you pay for. But the day when that stops happening is when it's over. That's when it's bad.
Battlefront 2. 12 years after I purchased the first Battlefront game at a swap meet, I found myself reading article after article about Battlefront 2. Everyone's conclusion? The game was pay to win. People lost their minds.
Get 4 planets!
Controversies just won't stop coming.
I would recommend not buying this game just because of the anti-consumer practices.
EA tried to save face, but the backlash was immense, so EA backed down. Loot boxes were grabbing the attention of governments. Was pay to win leaving AAA games? Were we finally free?
Smeagol's free! Nope.
Although we won against EA and loot boxes are disappearing, all sorts of games continue to hide pay-to-win mechanics in their games. So pay-to-win isn't going anywhere. Unless governments step in or studios
Okay,
find
there's
a more
no
lucrative
way a
solution.
government's
Which
gonna
brings
step
me
in.
to my final piece. We need an ethical and lucrative solution to get
I'm not gonna lie, why would the government step in this scenario? Because there's way bigger things they should be stepping in for. For example, gambling. You could argue gambling is significantly worse than any pay-to-win thing. The reason why I say that is because gambling is an addictive thing, and most people who start doing it think they'll win. And they almost always lose. With pay-to-win, yes, you're losing money, but at least you're getting something out of it, guaranteed. There's no like, hey, this is going away, potentially. Unless you stop playing the game, then it has no value. Which is why I still believe that you should just not buy these things unless you plan on like being stuck in the game for a while. I don't know.
get rid of pay to win. Just like before with the introduction of the free-to-play model, game studios are stuck, and they do not know how to overcome it. With inflation rising and costs soaring, studios need to make more money on their games now more than ever before. But they know if they raise the price of their games, they'll cut off large chunks of their player base, which is why it took so long to see games rise above $60. But these game companies should also know.
And the worst part is this new rise of games that are overpriced, as I say, are almost always super bad. I don't understand how you can make a game that's cost $70 and proceed to make the worst content. That's why if something's priced over $60, I instantly say, I am not buying this. I'm not going to risk it. Don't even care what the game is. If it looks appealing, no, I'm not buying it. $70, too much. I've learned my lesson with that. Because it's almost every game I've ever seen that's been a major flop has been way too high of a price. Just how it goes. I don't know why. I don't know. Wait, Draugr helmet? Isn't this from Skyrim? I don't know.
If they keep going down this road of pay to win, they'll destroy their brand and future sales. Short-term thinking is hindering
Oh, that
their
was probably Elder Scrolls Online. Whatever.
potential. The hybrid model trend and the excess of manipulative monetization strategies can't last forever. Gamers are starting to wise up. So these companies are in a pickle. They need to think long-term, but don't know how. This is where true innovators shine. When you're in that pickle, you are forced to find creative solutions to unique problems. Those that don't will die or be bought by those that do. This is why League of Legends was so successful and why I'm so bullish on indie studios. When you're small, you have to innovate to succeed. And whoever creates a great game that doesn't limit a game's value like pay to win, but adds value in a unique way will become like Doom in the 90s or League of Legends in the 2000s. A beloved game that changes the entire industry. As part of our tradition, we like to feature indie games at the end of our videos. And this time, our community chose the timeless free-to-play gem, Cave Story. Despite being released 19 years ago, Cave Story remains a pinnacle example
I've
of
actually
indie
heard
game
about
development
this.
and has forever altered the perception of where exceptional games can originate from. We couldn't think of a more fitting choice to feature. You can play the game for free on PC or pick up a copy of
it's
the game
free.
on the Switch. I highly suggest it. And
So,
if you
like, that's what I'm confused about. How is this game free? Like, I don't get it at all. Why unfinished games keep making millions? Well, okay, yeah, you know, I do wonder this, but I think I already know the answer. It's because they sell the idea of, hey, there's promises. They promise, hey, there's gonna be all these features. It's gonna be great, and you go, oh wow, and then you also you know, it's like they hype up the thing, they make the trailers look nice, you know, and then you're like, ooh, this looks great, and you get fooled. I don't get how people keep getting fooled. That's the problem. For the last like 7 years, people keep getting fooled and buying crappy games that are unfinished. And they're like, oh, why does this game suck? Why do you keep buying games immediately on launch? You should just stop doing that. If a big studio is making a massive game and they're not known for the best quality, if they're not Rockstar or FromSoft, you should just not buy from them on launch. It's too risky because they might just like absolutely bomb. I mean, even Sony has problems now. Like, what the heck? It's such a weird issue. I don't get. People are weird. I don't know how they don't pay attention to this stuff. Like, it's so obvious. Whatever. It's a good video. Okay. Alright, I want to watch this. Man gets released from jail. Makes fastest return trip to... Wait. Oh, fastest return trip in history. You gotta see this. I don't know why I said I got to see this.
Morning hours of June 28th, 2024, police responded to a residence in Holman, Wisconsin for a domestic incident. A 33-year-old man named Tyler allegedly arrived wasted at a residence where the homeowner had temporarily allowed him to stay. He became aggressive, attempted to kick open the door, and forced several individuals to hold it shut. At one point, he even brandished a knife.
Okay.
Police responded quickly due to the weapon.
Alright, I'm gonna take a really massive assumption. I know this might sound really random if you have no idea what I'm about to say, like what I'm talking about, but basically, guarantee it's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Why? Because every single cop video I've ever seen, not every single one, especially from Code Blue Cam, but just in general, is almost always from Milwaukee, Wisconsin for some reason. I have no idea why. If there's one place I definitely do not want to go, but I low-key want to go, it's Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Because it just seems like there's so many drunk people, and there's just like so much issues. I have no idea why. I honestly can't tell you. But I also know I'd risk my life, so there you go.
One individual restrained Tyler in a headlock until officers arrived.
So I'm betting all my entire bank account that this is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Obviously, I'm joking, but let's just pretend like it's real. So let's see if I win this bet.
Resisted arrest before being taken into custody. Tyler was subsequently booked on misdemeanor charges of criminal damage to property, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. He was released the same day on an $800 cash bond.
Okay. 800, that's it. Resisting, like, dude, this guy resisted arrest, and we're just allowing him to, I don't know, if someone's resisting arrest, I mean, I instantly think you should have a higher bond than $800, because if you have the balls to attack a police officer, or even just, like, physically not comply with them, you're a threat. You are a major threat to society, because you don't care. Clearly, I don't know, like, $800, almost anyone can afford that. So then this man is just walking free, and guess what? I guess this is what's going to happen. He's going to walk free, and then the next day, well, based off the title, he's just immediately going to go back because of this stupid system.
With conditions prohibiting contact with the residents. 18 hours after his arrest,
18 hours. There you go.
dispatch received a report of Tyler urinating on the roadside.
Okay, but
Given
that's...
his history of alcohol misuse, past resistance to law enforcement, and the fact that he was headed toward the residence he was ordered to avoid, multiple officers responded to the scene.
Yeah, wow, what is...
And
I mean,
officers...
but dude, this guy does not care. He's clearly just... He's either just incredibly drunk and has no clue what his life is doing, or... I don't know. I've never been in a scenario where I'm like, dude, I need to urinate on the side of a road. Like, that's just not happening.
Soon observed Tyler lying on the shoulder, reeking of alcohol, after a 7-mile hike fresh out of the La Crosse County Jail.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy.
Dispatch update.
Bro waved at the cops like, oh, yeah, it's a normal Saturday, you know. No problem here. I'm just getting up, no problem.
What's going on, Tyler? You good?
You know my name?
Yeah. You alright, bud? What happened? I saw you fall.
Yeah, I fell.
You hit your head at all?
What?
You hit your head at all?
What?
Did you hit your head?
No.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure you're all right.
I'm fine, man.
Did you expose your in on Alaska?
What? Someone called in and you're just wearing the same stuff that they described. No.
No. Where are you headed to?
Holman.
What are you gonna do up there?
Take my truck and go home.
By the way, I don't think this is Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so I lost the bet. I can't guarantee. I'm not getting distracted on this detail. I mean, who really cares at the end of the day?
No contact up there, right?
So are Tootie bonds on him?
I do, but
And you're
how else am I going to get my truck?
Misdemeanor bond, he's got no contact with a couple parties or their
are you intoxicated? How you gonna drive, man?
Also, how do you... Yeah, this is peak, like, you are just on alcoholism. That's the best way to describe peak alcoholism. Like, you literally got jail because you drink too much alcohol, and you proceed to get out of jail and just drink more alcohol. Like, well, solve the problems that you cause with alcohol by solving it with alcohol. Great solution. This is what we should show people before they start drinking a ton. Like, you know, hey, this is what could happen to you, idiots. So don't drink.
Wild.
Probably not asked. I'll just have you stay seated for now.
Nope.
Don't get up.
No,
Don't get up.
Why?
You're gonna fall over and hurt yourself. You're already bloodied up and everything.
It's bloodied up. I don't see any blood.
I don't want that.
768-135. You're gonna make contact with the complainant and figure out what we're gonna do here.
I literally just got out of jail. I'm walking to my truck.
Did you walk all the way from the jail to here?
Yes.
Oh, did you really?
Oh my
How
god.
long that take you?
2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I
Okay. How did he get alcohol though? Wait. Okay. Allegedly, he smelled like alcohol. I mean, no, there's no way. Okay, I'm not even. It's not even the alleged. Like, dude, if you're urinating on the side of the road, you were definitely on some. So he just. I'm so confused. Like, wait, so. I don't know how this works. So he just had his wallet on him apparently for some reason. I guess that. Oh, it's probably because he had it on him earlier. And then he kept it at the jail and then he got it back when he paid the bond. Okay, that makes sense. So this guy really just took a detour and said, I'm gonna buy some alcohol from a liquor store and then start marching my way across town for 3 hours basically. That's crazy.
assume it would. Yeah, it's quite a walk. So your truck's on drive still?
Yep.
Okay. What's your plan once you get your truck?
Go to my dad's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, amazing. Yep, just admit that you're gonna drink and drive. Well, not drink and drive. Be intoxicated and drive. Great idea there. Great genius idea.
He fought with our guys last night.
Eventually, the officer who had arrested him 18 hours earlier arrived at the scene.
Oh, I guarantee it's
You
gonna
been
start
drinking,
beef.
though, haven't you? You have not?
He's like 6'7". He stands up. He's big.
I just want to see you get in your truck and drive anywhere. That would make sense. You got a phone on you or anything?
What?
A phone on you or anything?
My phone's on me.
You got a phone, so we got to call somebody. You can get a hold of somebody, right?
I can't do that.
Yeah. Okay. Should have just called somebody for a ride. That would have saved you a lot of time.
I'm almost there.
I mean, yeah. Relative from where you walk from, you're almost there, but you still got probably 2 miles to go.
2 miles? God damn. 2 miles? Okay, I've walked. Okay, no, there's no. I mean, well, actually, okay, that makes sense, actually. Like, I mean, let's just assume he's got a 20-minute walk. Like, 20-minute mile, sorry. I mean, that's 40 minutes. 20-minute mile, by the way, is pretty reasonable for a walk, so. That's like, wow, 40 minutes of walking? Wow, this guy is crazy. The dedication's real. Could have just been a hitchhiker.
Why?
He's not holding you down. He doesn't want you to stand up so you don't fall over.
I'm not going to fall.
Just stay. You're good, bud.
Holding me.
Hey, just stay there.
Tyler, just take a seat, man.
Hey, buddy. It's fine. I just want you to sit, too.
Can I please just stand?
Here, have a Skittle. Let's talk about it.
Have a Skittle?
Stand up.
Tyler,
What?
I know you talked about so I talked to you last night. You mentioned staying at your dad's house.
Is that not working, or what's going on
Did
with
I
that?
talk to you last night?
Yeah, there's a lot of people there, so you probably don't recognize me.
No, I was blackout drunk last night, so I don't know.
I got you, man. Have you been drinking today at all since getting out?
Yes.
Okay, I appreciate you being
Dude.
honest. Okay, did they explain your bond conditions or anything at the jail?
No contact, yes.
Okay. So the problem is,
So-
if you walk to that house right now and go into the driveway, they're gonna call us back.
Not unless they don't know I'm there.
You got arrested.
All right, this guy is not thinking at all, very obviously. Not that's just a blatant threat. Like, oh man, he's just announcing his plans. Like, oh, this is my plans and what crimes I'm committing in the near future. Like, okay, sometimes being honest is a little too not right, I guess.
Arrested, just got out. I was driving this way. He tripped over his own 2 feet. You feel like you're driving? Yeah. They knew you were there last night when all that went down.
Well, of course they knew I was there last night, man.
Yeah.
So how am I gonna get my truck?
Well, do you feel like you're good to drive right now?
Yes.
How much have you had to drink today?
I've only had one twisted tea.
Okay, how long ago was that? Like, he was horizontal with the ground.
A few minutes ago.
Okay, where was that at? Was that just off of 35? Did you go to a bar off of 35, or where'd you get the alcohol?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
He said he just got out of jail. He's been walking and he stopped to get some drinks.
Why? Why?
I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like the amount of police presence is a little bit extreme. You could make the argument that actually, yeah, no, I could see why. Because he has resisted arrest, so obviously he's potentially going to do something extreme against them. Which I'm guaranteeing that's what's going to happen. I'm very curious what he's going to do. I have a feeling it's going to be attacking a police officer.
What, 6 cops? For me?
You had a rough night last
Special guy, man.
Oh, special guy, he says.
Every time we've talked with you and got out with you, you've been resistive.
Oh, every time. So this has happened more than once. Yep, this guy is the definition of do not be him, ever.
Tried to talk with you. You've pulled on us, you pushed us, like you've never been cool with us. That's why there's so many of us here.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the traffic.
Yeah, so the reason there's so many people here is because every time police have interacted with you, you haven't really followed what we've said and you've been against us and you fought us.
Okay. Am I being detained?
You are right now, yes.
Why?
Did they explain why we were called here? So we were called here because somebody drove past and called in that you had your piss out and that you were peeing right next to the road.
Were you taking a leak right on the side of the road or something? Or?
No, I was not.
That's just the information you got.
I know that's the information you got. But...
No, I was not. Yo, who's the one who I should believe here? The guy who's an idiot, who legitimately cannot remember getting arrested, or the guy who reported him? That is a very tough choice, gotta say. To be fair, like honestly though, I mean maybe the town hates him. I don't know. Maybe the town hates him so much that they'll just falsely report that he's peeing on the side of the road. I don't know. Maybe. I can't think of a single menace though that's that like menacing that like people need to report him over that. Or a false report over that.
No, that's not what happened.
What happened? Somebody misunderstood? I mean, did you fall and your pants fell down? I mean,
What?
I'm trying to figure it out. That's it.
Yeah, you all are.
So we're here for.
I remember you.
Yep.
Yeah, nah, this is crazy.
Am I being arrested?
You're just detained right now.
Yeah, so the person that spoke with the one that called us in, he's going to be here in a minute or two, and he's going to tell you kind of the game plan of what's happening. Because he talked with the person that saw you peeing on the side of the road, essentially.
Is there anywhere else you can go? Because if you go up drive, you're going to go back to jail. We'd rather not arrest you.
I need to get my truck out of there. So
You can't drive, dude. You're
This
hammered.
guy.
You can't even walk.
I'm not hammered.
It's windy, and I can smell it off of you from here.
I'm not trying to bust your balls. I just don't want you to get any more crap for no reason.
As bad as Tyler wanted to get his truck and drive off completely plastered, there's no doubt he'd cause an accident and endanger others. And if you're a victim, the consequences don't just end at the scene. Seriously injured in an accident, medical bills piling up, insurance.
Honestly, that was a pretty great transition, not gonna lie.
35, intoxicated.
I feel like this is gonna be a show.
He's already stated his intentions are to go get his truck and drive. I was like,
I mean, what are you supposed to do here when, like, I mean, he's detained. But what are you supposed to do? Like, if you can't just let him go now because he's clearly just not going to listen to you and just decide to do his own thing and then die or potentially just get arrested again. Oh, well, we'll see. Oh, I forgot. He's gonna fastest return trip in history. No, he's definitely just gonna fight the police officers because he's just a baby. I'm not giving me. That's 100%
Just real quick, I don't know you. I'm guessing the complaint doesn't have anything done or...
Yeah, so he never saw any junk, but he turned his back to the road and was just peeing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can push a DC, but...
Well, that's what we were just discussing. I mean, he's not super cooperative. He said he's going to walk into Holman, get his truck and drive. He's drunk. The problem is we let him go. He's just going to keep falling. He's going to keep pissing him.
The complainant said so the complainant was southbound and driving by, and this guy had his back to the road, and it looked like he was peeing.
Did he fall in front of you, or is he like on the ground when you got here?
No, he felt like, dude, he was horizontal with the road.
What happened was they told you to leave because it sounds like you're being kind of a dick to everybody there. Then you tried to kick in the door, you broke the deadbolt, shredded it through the door frame. When we got there...
Is that why I got the criminal damage?
Yeah, so
Okay, he doesn't even know why. Oh my god, he doesn't even know why he got the charges. Dude, this is just ridiculous. It's like this is how I. Oh my god, I cannot think for a second what I'm trying to say. Like, my brain is so fried right now. I'm not high, by the way. I should mention that. That's not what I mean. Okay. Dude, what was I gonna say? Oh, basically, hey, like, this just makes it less appealing to ever sip a drink. Obviously, I know that, ooh, you sip a drink of beer and sip a drink of beer. Okay, sip a beer. You're not gonna just black out, but, you never know. It's just, the idea you can even, like, the idea that it's normalized to drink is ridiculous because the risks, like, the downsides are so severely worse than the upsides that it's ridiculous. I mean, you literally just negatively impair your brain permanently after drinking just like a week or two every day. Like, that's, yeah, great idea, So, I don't know why you would ever do it. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Then again, people also do other things, like, snort cocaine. Okay, so it's not that surprising. Just, I don't know. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, hey, be a good person and just avoid substances that can poison your body. You should do that. And if you choose not to, well, you're an idiot.
Got there, had you in a headlock because nothing else was working.
Did he really?
Yeah, because nothing else was working to get you under control.
Where's he going?
Home.
So he'll drive where he's got a no contact? I mean, can we go sit there and, arrest him on the no contact?
He said he's going to get his truck and he's going to drive that truck.
Yeah, but he can't go to the house.
No, he knows that. Right. He's like, well, they don't know I'm there. I'm like, well...
I don't remember any of it.
And you had a knife.
I just thought about this. If they don't know I'm there, but he told that to the police officers. What an idiot. This guy really could have just gotten away with going back to his house too. And, like, stealing the car if he did not just tell the whole plan to the police officers. It's like turning yourself in before doing a robbery. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna rob this casino. Here's what my plans are. Like, this is basically what he's doing. He's just shooting himself in the foot. Like, oh, great genius idea.
Found too. Your switchblade.
Did I really?
Yeah, you did, man.
So that's why I got the weapon enhancer.
Yeah, so we don't want to repeat of that, man.
We told him he can't go back to the house, right?
Yeah, they made it very clear.
I'm extra. I'll go sit at the house if you want.
We can do it too. I just
fucking walked from La Crosse to here.
I hear you.
Okay, so La Crosse is actually pretty close to Milwaukee. Pretty sure it's in the same state. I know that.
Yeah,
until you motherfuckers stop me.
I hear you, man. We just don't want you to get into more legal trouble with us.
I don't either.
Yeah.
So just let me go.
Well, he's going to kind of give you a game plan.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right, Tyler, real quick. What's shaking bacon?
So we got a call that you were pissing with your back to the road. Is that what happened?
Of course he's going to deny it. Why would he say yes?
We're talking about DC, but
he's going to go back to the fucking house.
That's so weird. Just discussing. He's not going to make it from here to that house without more people calling because he's going to be falling, pissing. I can't believe he's not on a no drink.
I think he actually put him on a no drink.
Right, but I mean the courts. I mean, I'm not saying you guys did. I'm just saying I can't believe the courts and put him on a no drink.
Yeah, what is with this court system right here? Like, they literally are letting this man free. He's clearly just a problem, and then. Well, I mean, they let him free in the sense that they lowered his bond so low that it's like anyone could afford that. Even a broke college student probably could. Well, I shouldn't say that, but you know, most people could. And then you also are just like, hey, we know that you have a habit of being in jail because you're intoxicated. Oh, we're just gonna roam free, get intoxicated as much as he wants. Like, really? Why? What intelligence is? You know what? They're probably milking his money. That's exactly what they're doing. They're milking his money. Oh my God, that's actually a genius play, though. Low key. The problem with that is obviously then you're risking people dying, but you know they're milking his money on these bonds he keeps having to pay. You know, that's a good system. I'm not gonna lie. It's a greedy jail system.
That house is going to jail. Okay? All right. You're good to go.
Good to go.
You are good to go.
Oh, he's gonna throw this bag of Skittles at somebody.
Okay, that's pretty funny. The way he just looked at him like, wow, bro, don't what?
What's up? Not much.
Shaking bacon? That's the second time he said that.
Oh man, we're just trying to find out like a good plan for you because you're gonna walk back to the house and we're gonna get called there.
No, you're not. We're gonna sit out there and make sure you don't go there. I'm just telling you. All right. Well, can we bring you somewhere else? I don't want to see you get in trouble over something stupid.
I just want to get my truck out of it.
Dude, we can move your truck to a different driveway, but you're not driving today with how drunk you are right now.
Oh my God.
Can your dad come get your truck?
I don't want to impose that on him. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
I think he would rather that though than see his son go back to jail.
I've been to prison, dude. I don't give a
I think he cares though.
Yeah, he probably does. I don't, especially after all the shit that happened last night, man. Like, I just...
Yeah? Yeah, I can smell it on him. He's swaying pretty heavily. And he said he's going right back to the house, so we're trying to give him every opportunity.
Why are you saying that in front of him? Okay, I don't... This is weird because I'm just watching a narration of the system, like, situation that's happening. He's just standing there, like, literally in earshot. Just super weird. Like, I don't get it. Just, that would be awkward. What is awkward?
Oh, that's going to be a fight, too, you know.
Yeah, no matter what, it's going to be kind of a crap show.
Dude, why?
Your dad's? Yes. Will he come get you?
No.
No? What's your dad's name? You're not going to give it to us?
No matter.
No matter. Do you have your phone on you now? Can you message him?
My phone's off. Out of minutes. Out of minutes. Why I'm walking from jail.
It's quite a hike.
What?
I said that's quite a hike. That's a long walk.
Why, you're telling me this guy walked to jail without a phone? Like, he turned off his phone and just said, oh, I'm walking there. There's no way this guy... Well, I guess it makes sense. He probably knows the streets well, but it's still crazy. Because, you know, walking on a road, it's just like you don't recognize everything as much as you'd think you would when you're walking on a road. That's probably not true at all. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, no, the more I think about it, the more wrong that is.
Oh, man, this far.
Looks like a couple tumbles along the way.
Hey, if you don't want our help, you're good to go, man.
I'll see you later.
That's your choice.
Oh my God. They really should just have,
Any
like,
of the ones that these
do
guys are
something.
offering you. They weren't offering me jack shit. Man, what the what?
We literally told you we'll drive you somewhere else.
Drive me? You're gonna drive me?
Where do you want to go? Besides drive, because that's not an option.
Yeah. I passed him. He was at the Sunfish. He was walking at a good clip. I mean,
don't wonder
not
if
quite
he
speed walking, but
wonder if he stopped at the one there just north of that. And
I mean, he's in bad shape.
I don't think he's like incapacitated, but he's
he's well enough to tell me to F off.
Yeah.
Someone will give you a ride, man. You got that serious face, though. I like it. That's a haircut. You got the buzz cut. You got the you're a cop for sure.
What? What? What is happening? I'm so confused. You're a cop for sure is diabolical.
You got the buzz cut. You got the you're a cop for sure.
Well, I picked the right profession then.
Yeah.
These guys are offering to give you a ride, man. You just got to tell them where you want to go other than drive, and they will get you. Take the option. Don't go back to jail. You got the out. Use it.
I think I heard them even offer to move the truck. You just can't drive it tonight.
You can go get it tomorrow when you sober up.
Move the truck?
We can move it to like the Festival Foods parking lot for you if that works better.
You can?
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Yeah, I told him he's free to go.
He's just hanging out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told him he's free to go.
Excellent.
I can do that, but you're drunk right now, so don't drive tonight.
Well, I want to, but if you can move it out of there, I would be very keen to that.
Okay, do you got your keys on you?
I do.
I'll grab those then.
That's a good idea.
I don't like this.
Not reaching in for any weapons or anything. It's a lanyard.
Okay, here's the deal. If we move your truck, we're giving you a ride somewhere else, though, because you're not driving it tonight.
So the deal is, if we move the truck for you, you have to accept a ride from us to go somewhere else just for tonight.
Where?
That's your choice. Do you have any other friends or anybody else?
Dude, why would I be walking from lacrosse if I had? Dude, it was piss pouring rain.
It was.
And
yeah, it was.
And here's the other thing, because like moving it off the property is a huge thing for you, right? Because then you don't have to worry about getting a standby, anything like that. We're helping you big time, but we're not giving you your keys till you're sober, because I ain't gonna be the one responsible for you driving. You know what I'm saying?
You know how good I am at drunk driving.
Oh my god, what? Okay, yeah, that's diabolical right there. That is not something you say in front of a cop, bro. This guy's gotta be trolling. This is ridiculous.
Very good, because I had a hit and run with you, if I remember correctly.
That, oh my god, that's even worse. Yeah, no, this guy, how is this guy free? How is he paying bonds at $800 and just walking? Like, how are we letting this happen? Explain to me how. Because if he has a history of that severe, and they know who he is, like, yeah, no, yeah, I don't know why he's able to just pay an $800 bond for that situation at all. $800. I can't go over that amount. It's so low.
You were probably plastered that night.
Drunk driving.
What was that?
Fall asleep behind the wheel.
Fall asleep behind the wheel?
Because of cocaine.
That's not any better.
Oh my god. This guy, what the hell, bro? Yeah, okay, this is interesting. It's an interesting scenario.
But I appreciate you telling me you were behind the wheel.
Oh, did I? Oh, you. Did I?
Well, I mean, you kind of already did.
What do you mean, did you?
I didn't say shit before. How the are you gonna hit me with the fucking driving without insurance charge? I mean, you said you got it all on video.
Hey, we're not even worried about that right now. It doesn't matter. Let's keep you somewhere safe.
Wait, he drove without insurance? Oh my god, this guy. What? What? This is funny, dude.
Let's get you somewhere safe. That's it. They're trying to help you. They really are.
Oh, that's what they all say. Oh, we're just trying to help you, man. Tell us what you want us to hear.
If you don't want the help, then I'd just walk away. I really would.
All right, bye.
See ya.
Keys.
Yeah, you're gonna go right back to the hell.
Okay, that's okay. I did not expect him to just be like, yeah, keys. This guy really. Okay, yeah, this is interesting. I want to be in the mind of this guy so badly because he's just so delusional. It's funny.
No, I'm not.
Where are you going then?
No, I'm not.
Where are you going?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions.
I'm sitting by your truck, man. You get in it.
Why would they? Oh my god. Why would they hand the keys? Oh my god. What? Oh my god. What is happening? Okay, I guess that works.
Jail. I promise you that.
Send me to prison. Be my 4th DUI.
Then why do it?
I have no other option.
And then, oh my god, his excuses. He has no options. I have no other options but to get DUIs on my criminal history. You know, I just gotta fill out my criminal history more, please.
Oh, I made it a long ways already, bud.
You're good to go,
Oh, that's
man.
what you meant.
I still
Never
want to see you again.
I'll see you later.
No, you're free to go, man.
This guy.
Well, so are you guys. Bye.
We're in for you.
Why,
Bye.
dude? When he's saying bye, oh my god.
Walking down the side of the highway.
Bye.
You're good to go.
Bro,
man.
this is an NPC, bro.
Hey, you guys looking to come up to Holman later?
I just want to sit at the house with you.
This is. Oh, he's walking toward. Oh my god. How can it get? It just gets worse. Like. Oh my god. What is happening?
What's up?
Oh, that's how they do it nowadays, huh?
What's up? Oh yeah, there's wiring in there and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have wiring for lights, right?
What are? Oh my god. What is happening? How does this guy function like at all? Bro, just okay. He's talking like they're homies, bro. Oh yeah, look at this car. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
What's your plan, man? My car's locked. You can't steal it, but.
Were you the one I saw last night, or was it?
So I was there last night. So you were already on the ground when we got there. So you were already on the ground. You're already like bruised up. All we did was put you in cuffs and basically pulled you into the car.
Okay.
But remember a couple months ago when we found you under like a different porch? You were like blackout drunk under somebody else's porch a couple months ago, and we had to deal with that.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Do you think you got a problem with alcohol?
Do I think I have? Man, alcohol is a problem with me.
It looks like it.
Oh, it looks like it.
No.
Yep. Ride your high horse, man. Just.
You're free to go, man. Why are you hanging around?
I'm waiting for y'all to leave.
Well, there is more parking.
What? Okay, this guy really thinks he's gonna outsmart. I feel like I know what he's thinking. He's thinking, oh, they're gonna leave, so then they won't follow. So I know that they won't follow me to the house. He probably thinks he's gonna get away with getting in the house. I don't know why he thinks that at all, though.
We don't want anybody hitting you when you're walking on the side of the road.
I'll be fine.
The second you walk away, we leave.
I'll be fine.
I will just walk to the front of that squad car then, and then we're out.
Bye, Felicia.
Get it?
Did he say bye,
2
Felicia?
minutes.
Oh, he'll come back.
What if 126 didn't lock his car?
I don't think he can.
Oh my god.
Just the spotlight.
My heart was beating for a second there. I don't think I can keep up to that.
We got some stuff to take care of.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Police continued to closely monitor Tyler as he walked, stopping at a gas station along the way to buy more alcohol. Meanwhile, additional officers went to the residence to intercept him if he attempted to enter the premises.
Wait, no, there's no way. They said that he went to another gas station to buy alcohol.
Stopping at a gas station along the way to buy more
Oh my god, what is going on? I just can't believe they let him do that. Dude,
alcohol.
He's just ruining his
Meanwhile,
life
additional
more.
officers went to the residence to intercept him if he attempted to enter the premises.
Howdy. Which one of you guys was here last night? All of you? All right, so here's the deal. Tyler is on his way up here. He has no contact with you guys. He has no contact with the resident. He's made it clear that he's coming here, and we can't stop him until he at least gets drive. Once he gets to drive, he's going to jail.
Dude,
But
that's ridiculous because... Oh my god, it just doesn't even make sense. When a man states his intentions as a threat, like the way he said it was definitely a threat, you can't just be like, well, we can't stop him. Like, he's clear. Well, I kind of see the point, though. Because he's just saying words. It's not, well, I don't know. I really don't know. Because those words have a meaning. Hey, I'm going to do this. Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to do that. By the way, I hate the debate of like, oh, you know, words don't have meaning. I can say whatever I want. The words have no meaning. Well, okay, I always hate this debate because literally if you say like, oh, I have a gun on a plane, you're literally, that has a meaning, you're gonna get in trouble. Like, you cannot deny that. Like, words have a meaning. I hate that debate so much.
I just want to let you guys know that his intention is to come up here and get his truck. He is extremely intoxicated. So the off chance that we're not here, which our plan is to have all of our guys around the area.
He like comes close to his truck, like I'm gonna call.
Even if you see him coming up the road, because my concern is he's going to get in his truck and he's going to drive. But do you have any problem with us being on the property? So there's a possibility that if he gets too close, we're just going to lay spikes behind his tires in the off chance that he runs and makes it up here. We don't want him to get in his truck and make it anywhere.
His license are revoked.
Yeah, and I know that, and I dealt with him after he crashed his truck, and he just told me...
He has numerous weapons in there, like, he's just, like...
Is he a felon?
Yeah, he went to prison for armed robbery or breaking entry.
Okay, this guy's going great. Dude, this guy's speed running, like, not even speed running. He's just trying to get as many different unique charges, like, world record for most unique charges in a row in 1 year. Like, great. All this happened in 2024, by the way. That's crazy.
Weapons as in firearms?
No, he has
like knives and like
glow dart guns, I think.
stuff like that.
Where do you find that?
A BB gun or like a small little rifle, like maybe BB gun or pellet gun, but that's about it. That's in his.
Are you cool if I walk up here?
Yeah.
I don't. Whatever that is, there's a lot of white powder.
Oh, yeah.
In like a vacuum seal bag.
He ended up using coke to who? To you
Me.
guys?
Well, so I made it. Oh, there's a gun. They said he had like pellet guns, but pellets a little thick to be a pellet gun.
It might be a pellet gun.
Obviously, last thing we want to have is a repeat of tomorrow, so we're trying to get
No,
some things
I
worked out.
don't want to repeat it tomorrow. You know how scary that was? Like I was fucking shaking. I was terrified.
Yeah, I can only imagine, dude.
Like, dude, we fought so hard to keep that fucking door closed.
Yeah, he's a big fucking dude too.
Well, exactly. It took all three of us. It took me, him, and fucking Uncle. You know, like.
Yeah.
Mind if I look at those? So what? Like they'd run over that and nails deploy out over these.
That's cool. Do you want to go on Holman and go see if we can find him?
While waiting at the home, police noticed a rifle inside Tyler's truck. Given his status as a convicted felon, they conducted a vehicle search and
Can they do that though? Can they do that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they can do that. I don't want to. I don't even want to go down that road. I don't know much about the law, so let's not go down that road. Because I'm gonna have people yelling, "Hey, you're stupid. You don't know your stupid law." Like, dude, no, I don't know my laws. I don't know my rights.
discovered
Hey,
that the
sue
firearm
me.
was actually an air rifle.
Do not sue me, by the way. Do not sue me for. I mean, no one's gonna sue me because I said sue me, but you never know. You never know.
Look at it really quick, Pa. Look at it really quick. We got time. We got time. You're good.
No rush. What?
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 I didn't ask you anything.
Why the f are you going through my truck? Is there any reason? Why? What?
Making
Oh my
sure
god, this guy actually. Oh my god.
Then they're not supposed to have.
Okay, so am I being
Great question.
detained?
I never said anything to you. No, you're not detained.
Okay, well, then why the f are you going through my truck unlawfully?
It's not unlawfully.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You're a convicted felon. You got what looks like to be a gun in there.
It's what?
You said you're a convicted felon, and you look like what has to or would be a gun in there.
I don't have a gun.
Yeah, it's an air gun.
Yes.
Yeah, so we were looking for.
Well, I can legally own them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so why the f are you going through it?
Because we didn't know it was an air gun. Thought it was a real gun.
It wasn't in the open.
Yeah, it was concealed, which doesn't make it very easy to see, right?
Yeah. So you couldn't see it. Why the f are you going through my truck?
So we could see it. Are you just gonna stand there all night, or what are we gonna do?
What are you to do?
I'm asking you. You're the one standing out here.
I'm the one wondering what the f is going on.
I just told you, sir.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, sounds good.
Ooh, typical cop answer. Okay.
What's your plan there, boss?
What?
Are you just gonna walk around, or what are you gonna do?
Don't worry about me.
Okay. Are you gonna get your truck?
Oh, you guys already got it.
I don't have your truck. It's sitting right there.
Out of here, cops.
You're good to go, dude. I had Brenda in court, and she doesn't know why. She doesn't know if the judge didn't do it or if her office didn't ask for it for the no drink, because we'd have been done with this, how long ago.
Oh,
Get on the
oh
ground.
my
Get under
god.
arrest. Get on
This
the ground.
guy's such an idiot.
No,
Oh.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Get on. Put your hands behind your back.
Dude, what did I do?
You're under arrest for bail jumping.
Why?
You can't step foot on the property.
I can't.
You were told that several times.
You can't.
I
Okay.
made it very clear to you.
718, we're 95.
I don't know.
We gave you every option in the book, Tyler.
What the f? Why are you going through my truck? I'm on the neighbor's property, by the way.
Roll over.
I don't have any weapons.
Sit up.
Put the keys on my phone. Thank you. To protect and serve. Thank you.
Turn hop in, bud.
Wait, you might.
Yeah, you're really going to jail.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't even know what you'd have to be on to have this happen to you. I know what he's probably on, alcohol, but there's no way that alcohol makes you this messed up. Actually, no, it probably is the case, because guess what? Yeah, it messes up your brain so hard. I can imagine this, because there's, like, oh my god, this is more proof. This is a repeated message. Hey, kids, don't, drink alcohol. I don't know why I'm saying kids, as if any kids are watching this at all. I'm gonna be honest, what kid is gonna watch this? No kid. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Keep no contact with this resident. Hop in.
Yeah, I'll f***ing hop in. Told you I'd see you later.
You did, and I warned you that you were going to go to jail if I saw you later.
Dude likes alcohol.
Like, this would be a textbook example of how a no drink would be very helpful to us.
Asked if he had a problem with alcohol, and he said alcohol is a problem for him.
Not gonna lie, I
That's
didn't
pretty
know I couldn't stand on the property.
We told you, dude.
He didn't know. Okay, now that's ridiculous. This guy, he knew. No, he definitely knew. He just forgot. He must have forgot, dude. There's no way.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did. We told you couldn't come up here. We didn't want to take you to jail.
Why were you there waiting for me?
Because we told you couldn't come on the property and you said you're going.
Yeah, apparently that was a long walk for nothing. Just to go back to where I f***ing came from. By the way, that was definitely an unlawful search of my vehicle.
Well, we believed it was a firearm.
Honestly, I don't know if it is. I mean, they're saying it isn't, so I'm just gonna believe them, but I honestly can't tell you, and I'm not gonna say anything else because I don't want any problems with people talking about, hey, you don't know anything. Like, I'm not gonna speak on it.
We grabbed it, we confirmed it wasn't a firearm, and we put it back and we didn't search beyond that. So, you can talk to the
Wow, that's cool. You can actually see the, like, security camera back there. I didn't know that. That's cool. Also, they could play music. Honestly, that's pretty cool too. Wait, oh, that's connected to a computer. Wow, okay. And he's using Microsoft Edge. Okay, yeah, I have no respect for this cop at all. Alright.
His office, they informed us that we were okay. I promise you, man, we would have given you a ride. We weren't screwing with you.
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't trust law enforcement.
I get it, man, but I promise you, we didn't want you to go to jail. We know you're intoxicated, you got some other stuff going on. We wanted to just get you somewhere safe for the night so we didn't have to worry about this.
Anytime I hear law enforcement say, oh, I'm just here to help you, in my mind, it's just a joke.
Honestly, that is probably the best thing he said this whole video. It's the most truthful thing you could say, because anytime they say, hey, I'm here to help, they're just trying to get you to confess 99% of the times, and once you confess, well, I'm here to help. Yeah, you're here to help. Oh, and I'm behind bars. Where was that help? You know? Or, oh, I'm just here to get you through this. Like, oh, if you just tell the truth. That's the other one. If you tell the truth, you'll get out of this faster. No, that's not how it works. You tell the truth and you actually did something bad, you're just going to be thrown behind bars, and now the time is moving slow. So, I don't know why they say these things and act like it actually works. If you're halfway intelligent, if you have an IQ over 100, you probably could figure out their line.
Literally just got out of fucking jail, walked up there just to go back to fucking jail, man. Just straight back to where I started. You guys were just sitting there waiting for me. Just waiting.
Bro's spawn point is jail. Okay, I don't know why. That doesn't even make sense. Nah, but he also said that he was just intended to go back to jail. So, I mean, why is he acting surprised? Oh my god, I'm back in jail. Man, I didn't expect that. Like, what? You literally said, I'm going back. I don't care. Like, dude, this guy.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw me wave at you a few times, too. Man. There's the Burger King I just walked past how many hours ago? I don't know. But guess what? Here I am. Right back in there.
At the jail, he provided a PBT breath sample, which resulted in 0.261.
Oh, that's 3 times, I'm pretty sure, the legal limits for driving. I'm pretty sure it's a 0.08 for driving. And, wow, golly. I don't know, but yeah, but what does that do? Like, it just proves he's intoxicated. Oh, because he was going to drive. I see. They can charge him on that, too. Maybe.
Good? Yep. Alright. Let's have you sit down. Let's want to go sit over there.
Over where?
Over there.
Why does he look like that?
Ultimately, along with the charges he faced earlier that day, he was also charged with misdemeanor bail jumping and initially received a $300 cash.
Oh my god, what is happening? What is happening? Okay, criminal damage to property. I don't know how that's a thing. Why? Okay, sounds like my PC was making noises, so I got to check. Okay, definitely is now. Stop. Okay. I don't know. Resisting, obstructing an officer, okay, disorderly conduct.
He was also charged with misdemeanor bail jumping and initially received a $300 cash bond. However, it was later changed to a $500.
Okay, why even change it? It doesn't make a difference. He's definitely just gonna afford it. I'll say at least 1,000. Like 1,000, you know, it makes a man think. Like, do I really want to spend a whole $1,000, a whole band on trying to get out? Like, no, you're not gonna want to do that. No normal man is going to want to spend... No, I'm just kidding. This guy's going to want to do it because he's weird. Wait, how does he even have money? He's clearly got no job. There's no way that anyone's hiring this man after his entire record.
Signature bond. Almost a month later, Tyler was arrested again on charges of resisting, disorderly conduct, and criminal damage to property.
Oh my god. Same exact charges. And let me guess... $500 bail. Wow, how hard to pay off. It's just, oh my god, please fix the bail system. I never understood why it exists. Well, I understand why it exists, sort of, but like someone like this, it shouldn't even be allowed. And I also don't understand when there's like murder cases. They're like, oh well, you can pay bond and be free. Like what? You ever see like those rappers who like, you know, are just making music and stuff while they're in court, like fighting like a massive, like huge problem. Like, ooh, there's a murder case. Oh, well, he's just roaming free. What if he wants to catch another body? Like, oh, excuse me, he's made of money. Like, of course he's gonna pay, and then he's gonna roam free. Like, I don't know. When you do something severe, I feel like it should just be no bond, no bail. I mean, sending it like $500,000. You know, you think most people can't afford that, but if someone can, it's like, dude, now we have a problem. Because now we just have a killer potentially roaming the streets, you know, or I don't know, a robber roaming the streets, which is just ridiculous. Because there's nothing stopping him from doing it again. I don't know. It just seems ridiculous. Obviously, I know guilty until proven innocent, or yeah, or innocent. Oh my God, wrong way. Innocent proven innocent before proven guilty. Wait, right? Yes. So, you kind of, but then if that's the case, then why have a bond? I don't know. This whole thing, I don't know.
Given his bond conditions, it was likely another alcohol-related incident. Want a deeper look into the channel?
Bro, Blue... Okay, can my PC shut up? I swear I'm hearing noises. I don't know what it is. No, this video is oh no, I mean Code Blue Cam is like goated, bro. I used to watch him back in my degenerate days. Okay. Never really was an incredible degenerate, but just was kind of. Anyways, to be fair, the fastest return trip to history is the person who tried to carjack someone in front of the jail within minutes of walking out. Okay, that's news to me. That sounds interesting. Also like the video, obviously. Make sure to also like not the video or the stream, but instead like the original video. Okay. Yeah, do that instead because I don't want the likes. Okay. I've been wanting to watch this. Okay, this is what the title of the stream is. There is nothing to play on Steam. PC gaming is a joke. I've watched this channel once. I've reacted to one video, and I know this guy. I know about him. He basically is a Nintendo fanboy, so I can't wait to hear him talk about how the whatever it's called Nintendo Switch is super great. Like, oh my God. I don't know. When you see a title like this, you just have to react. I cannot wait to see what he says. By the way, I obviously you should probably know where my stance is. I mean, this is my Steam. Like, oh, wow, well, look at all those games. Look at all those games I've played. Oh, wow, a lot of hours. Probably put like 3,000 or 4,000 hours in total in Steam. Probably, I don't know actually, but it's just like my stance on Steam. Steam is goated. It is probably the best thing ever. Like, just in general, everything about it is so good. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, just everything about it is so great that it's just like you cannot possibly make the argument that there's anything better than it for buying games. So to say there's nothing to play on Steam is diabolical because it probably has the most amount of games out of any like launcher there is. So that's stupid. And then PC gaming is a joke is ridiculous too.
I have spent the last 2 days doing nothing but playing games on Steam. That's right. I got my high-end gaming PC set up. I downloaded a bunch of games. I was searching through the libraries. I was looking at the Steam store. I was looking at the Steam sales. I was looking at upcoming releases. I was sitting there for hours and hours and hours trying to find something to play on Steam. And
there's no way it takes you hours to find something to play on Steam. There's no way. I don't believe it for a second. There's absolutely no way. There's so many free-to-play games to play. So if you don't have money, there's stuff to do still.
Once again, there was absolutely nothing. Within 2 days, I had played basically everything I wanted to play. Right? Doom Eternal. Tales of Arise. Right? And that's basically it.
Okay, so this is why I wanted to react to this, because he says stuff that's stupid. Like, a man needs to look at this and say, wow, you're an idiot. Like, dude, you only played 2 games on Steam, and you claim you played the entire Steam library. And there's nothing to do when you play 2 games. No, Now, I understand kind of where he's coming from because sometimes, you know, you open up Steam or, you know, you just have a bunch of games, you open it up, you're just like, I don't want to play anything. Nothing's hitting. But this is not the case. If you're new to Steam, you're new to a PC, you should not have this problem remotely, and also 2 games only is ridiculous. Also, I'm going to just say here now, the best advice I can give if you are looking to buying games on Steam is to wait till they're on sale. Wait till the summer sale. Wait till the autumn sale. Wait till the Black Friday sale. Wait till the winter sale. All the other sales, right? Because, dude, you can... That's why I love Steam. Because I guarantee this guy paid his games in full price like an idiot and wasted money on games he probably did not enjoy at all. Which, you know, hey, good job. You wasted money. But the thing is, you could buy games. You could buy like 5 or 6 games for literally $60. I have bought like 3 or 4 games once. They're like all high quality. I remember it was like Halo, the whole pack of Halos for $10. And then I got like, okay, I'm getting sidetracked. A bunch of other games, you know, and it was like $60 total. I got 4 games for like $60. All high quality games. Like, is that not like one of the greatest things ever? Like, you're telling me that that's not like great? That you can spend so much money on what would be one mediocre game? Whatever. Moving on.
Right. And of those 2...
Oh my god, I just noticed he has a Mario hat right there. That's... Okay. That is quite the embarrassment.
The only one that was any good was Tales of Arise, right? So Tales of Arise
I've never
is
heard
the
of
only
this.
good game on Steam. Is my understanding of this situation. There's nothing else to play. Nothing. Steam is a complete joke. You know, doesn't have Unicorn Overlord, doesn't have Princess Peach Showtime, doesn't have, like, you know, another Code R or Mario vs. Donkey Kong. You know, I have had so many good, alright games on Nintendo Switch this year, and Steam doesn't have a fraction of that.
What? Okay. I must be, like, confused, because he just said Nintendo has a bunch of good and alright games. And Steam does not have a fraction of that. So basically what you're telling me is you're playing mediocre games on Nintendo Switch, and you're meat riding the Nintendo Switch because it has mediocre games. I don't get it. What am I missing? How could you possibly... I never understood this. How can people meat ride mediocrity? There's so many people do it. It's just like, it bothers me so much. Like, people don't ever, like, try to get... I kind of get why. Because, you know, living life mediocrity, or just having a midlife, it's easy. It's easy. It's comfortable. Not much to do. Somewhat eventful, you know? But dude, you can definitely find like higher quality stuff. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
You know, what am I going to play on this thing? Tekken 8 with its battle passes and its microtransactions and its censored female
I've never
characters?
heard of this game.
No.
Censored female characters. Okay,
like
dude.
Tekken 8? You know, I have good fighting games. You know, like if I want to play Tekken, like I'll just play Tekken 7. Like I don't need Tekken 8. Okay.
What are we
if
talking
I want
about?
to play a good fighting game, I'll play Soul Calibur 2, bro. It's sad how much better Soul Calibur 2 looks, plays, and feels compared to Soul Calibur 6. Like, it's embarrassing listening to that awful voice acting, seeing these terrible character models, like, seeing, like, the world have so much less personality. You know, gone are, like, is the epic narration, the cool original stage design, the great opening cinematic, like the amazing music.
I don't even know
know
what he's talking about.
You know, like the greatest character in any fighting game ever. Like you have Geralt and 2B. Like what a downgrade. You know, imagine going from Link, the greatest video game character of all time, to freaking Geralt.
Link?
Okay,
Is he from Legend of Zelda? There's no way. Let me research. Link is in Legend of Zelda, maybe? Research this. Okay, so I researched horribly, as you can see, because it says, looks like there aren't many great search results. As per usual, cannot research Link. Why is Link in there? Why? Link is in Legend of Zelda, please. Like, oh my god. Yes. So you're meat riding Link. I know nothing about it. I probably should play Legend of Zelda, but it's on Nintendo things, and The only Nintendo thing I own is Wii U right now, so probably can't play. I don't know. I have no idea if you could play any whatever it's called, Legend of Zelda games. You just hear people talking about how great it is. I know this guy probably does love this game too. Play the video.
Overrated fantasy heroes in like the past 20 years. Okay, nobody cares about that Elric and Melibene ripoff. Nobody.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Nobody likes Geralt. And it's just one of those things. It's embarrassing seeing people seriously try to prop up Steam as like a viable alternative to Nintendo because
what?
Like
that is ridiculous. That is way too ridiculous to say. You're comparing Steam to Nintendo. Nintendo is not okay, dude. Like you can't compare the two at all. You just can't. Like Nintendo sells just their games. Steam sells everyone's games besides Nintendo's. Like what the hell? I mean, even if you just think about it logically, even if Nintendo made the highest quality games of all time, the reality is it's only available on their devices. Steam has every single game on almost any platform. Like you could play Halo, you could play, console exclusives on there, plus PC exclusives, all on Steam. And you're trying to tell me that when this is a theoretical world where Nintendo makes 10 out of 10 every single game, right? That Steam is comparable to Nintendo games by themselves? You can't compare them at all. You just can't. There's no world where you can.
What's the big game everyone's talking about now? Stellar Blade, that's not coming out on PC. Stellar Blade, that's not coming out on PC.
Why do you repeat the same
like
thing
everyone
twice?
knows that these games are going to come out like on PC eventually, but the fact that you have to wait a year, like you really are just better off buying a console, right? Unless you're like me and
No. I want to hear what he follows up.
specifically primarily buy Nintendo games, like there.
What are we saying? When you say something so stupid as to you're better off buying a console, it's a debate. It is a debate if it's better to buy a console money-wise, because technically speaking, nowadays you do need a pretty decent PC that's quite expensive to actually run modern-day games, but you don't even need that to run, like, actually, the good games from the old days. You just need a mediocre game. Like, my PC nowadays is not that great. It's got a 1080 Ti, bro. Running on a 1440p monitor f 240 Hz, by the way, and it still runs most games from like 2018 and before decently well. But I can't run any modern day games, but that's not the point. The point is like, dude, if you want to get serious into playing games, I would recommend a PC, honestly. I think the problem with the console is storage limitations, and also just you're just stuck with the games that they have on the store, and that's it. PC, you can have so much more variety. You have so many different launchers you can use, and software to download. Like you can literally just, I don't know. Like okay, here's an example. It's a bad example. You can literally play CS:GO on PC, but that's not on console, is it? To be fair, CS:GO is not my cup of tea, so I don't know why I said it.
Is no reason to own a gaming PC.
There's no reason. Okay, so I gave the reasons.
Like the gaming PC works for me because it allows me to avoid the hardware that I hate, right? But like if you're just a neophyte who's just getting a gaming PC because like, oh, it has all the best games, like you are in for a rude awakening, boyo. Because Pow World doesn't live up to the hype. Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't live up to the hype. Elden Ring doesn't live up to the hype.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. That's the video I reacted to this from. This guy claimed Elden Ring doesn't live up to the hype. Now, I kind of agree with this sentence, by the way. I hate that I have to agree with this guy. Elden Ring, for me personally, was not particularly, like, the biggest game of all time. Like, I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was greatest game of all time. People talking about Elden Ring is greatest game of all time. I sat there and said, what game am I playing then? Because I did not feel that at all. I felt like it was pretty decent. But it was not something, like, I'd rather play Dark Souls any day, like, any of the Dark Souls, Sekiro, any day of the week over Elden Ring. I want to revisit Elden Ring. That's my hot take of the day, by the way. Elden Ring is not fantastic. I've had this take for way too long, and I need to replay it. Been meaning to replay it after I beat Dark Souls 2. But the point is saying Elden Ring didn't live up to the hype, I kind of can understand, but like that also implies that just it's outright bad, which I don't agree with. But right now he's just naming popular games. That's the problem. He's just naming all the games that came out in the last couple of years. And the problem with doing that is that all the popular games, are not always meant for people. Sometimes it's the things that you don't know about, the underground games that tend to be better. Indie games in particular, the ones that tend to be better. So if you hate the popular games, maybe try indie games, right? But no, he's probably going to say, oh, indie games? Well, they don't actually have a lot of developers, so they're probably bad.
Like we have like new Elden Ring DLC coming out like in the next couple of months, and does anyone care? Is anyone talking about it?
Okay,
no.
That was stupid. Okay. I actually remember I remember when the Elden Ring DLC came out, everyone was talking about it. That was like the biggest thing of that month. June, I believe, came out. July, I think it was the end of June. That was like the biggest talk of the whole entire like month, basically. It's all I kept seeing. Oh, Elden Ring DLC. So this guy's just blatantly lying. I almost wonder if he's trolling on purpose. Like, I feel like he's just purposely makes these videos to say things that are just blatantly wrong. Like, just to get views. But like, dude, this guy gets no views. Like, ooh, 1.9k views. Now, look at his channel, okay? Top 10 worst video game fan bases. I'm going to put that in my watch later, because I'm very interested. Oh god, Nintendo Switch 2 has already won the console generation. What a stupid video. Nah, but like, look at this view count. It's like, it's not bad, but it's not great either. And the reason why I say this is because I thought my channel was bad, right? I'll pull up my channel. You think that my channel's bad, right? It's like, oh wow, 1,000 subscribers and 1.2k videos. Like, that's pretty bad ratio. This guy has got 4k videos and almost 2,000 subscribers. He's got over double the amount of videos. Like, it just makes me like, oh wow, I'm glad I don't have that problem, because my god, he uploads like twice a day. That's it, 3 times a day to get my views. Pokemon fans tell Pretendo YouTubers that no one cares about graphics. What is he saying? Okay, I'll go back to the video. I don't need this. I don't need to get distracted. Where was I?
Because Pow World doesn't live up to the hype. Knew everyone talking about it? No. The game is a complete joke.
Dude, edit your videos, please. I don't, something about people drinking chocolate milk and going, like, dude, something about it just makes me go, okay.
Baldur's Gate 3 is just one example of just everything wrong with PC gaming, right?
How
is
it
nothing to do with like high quality video games or good graphics or good stories or like, making games that are better for adults, right? It's just something targeted towards casual gamers, right? It is a mobile tier. Like, it is a mobile game, essentially. When you compare, like, PC gaming to console gaming, like, PC gaming has much more aligned with, like, the mobile gaming audience, right? Because everyone just has a PC lying around. Oh, I'll just download Power World. Oh, I'll play it for, like, half an hour. Oh, it was the most fun I've ever had, and never touch it again, right? That is the average PC gaming experience.
What? I don't really know if that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I mean, that just basically implies the games are so mediocre or bad that just people forget about them, which I don't think is really the case at all. I don't know why he's using Pal World. By the way, Pal World is a game I really want to try so badly, but I have not gotten around to it. I don't know. It's just like I heard great things about it because, obviously it's a Pokemon like Ark Survival Evolved like game, and I love Ark Survival Evolved, so a man's gotta investigate. Man's gotta investigate. I'm distracted.
Just like that is the average mobile gaming experience. Rather, like, when you compare that to, like, how the Nintendo fan...
Oh my god.
Because this month, March, one of the best gaming months I've had in a long time. Unicorn Overlord and Princess Peach Showtime. Fantastic.
Unicorn Overlord. What is that name? That is repulsive to me. That, like, why would I ever play that game? That sounds so bad. Oh my god.
Fantastic games. from start to finish. I spent a weekend playing through Princess Peach Showtime, loved it, would really love to go back and play it again, and I spent like several weeks going through Unicorn Overlord, which was a fantastic.
So there's nothing wrong with like, hey, I love these games. But the problem is he's just basically saying every other game that is just trash. That it's like any other game not made by my company that makes the games I love is automatically bad. That's not how it works.
Fantastic experience, even though it's probably not the best game ever or anything. Like I enjoyed it for what it was, right? Unicorn Overlord was way better than anything coming out from like any other JRPG creator. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or whatever's been coming out lately. Like,
bro is okay. So the problem with this is this is what this is like annoys me because he's basically just saying whatever comes out recently. First off, anything like most things that come out recently, or have come out recently, that are major and noteworthy, have almost all been bad or not great. Like major game, like from major studios, by the way. Do you see how many flops there are in the last year? How many flops have happened? Major flops. What was the game? Avard or something that majorly flopped recently? Like, he's using examples of, like, okay, like, and also he's just assuming. He doesn't even know. I guarantee he can't name, like, if this was today, right? I guarantee he can't name, like, 5 games that have happened, that got published recently, that are big, that are bad, and why they're bad. He can't name the reasons why. He's just saying it because he can. Like, I don't know. He's just summing up his experience. Like, he played, like, a couple games on Steam, and just, they weren't great to him. So he just sums up the entire experience as, oh, it's all bad. Like that, those are the type of people I hate the most. Their opinions are just from assumptions. You should never make a formed opinion on assumptions. That is not the great move.
Unicorn Overlord was genuinely good, and I really like to. I'm really excited to see what Vanillaware comes up with next. So with that in mind, like when you just look at like the reality of what's happening with the gaming sphere, like more and more developers, more and more superior Japanese developers are refusing to develop for PC, right? There's no reason to. The audience isn't there, right?
What are
they
we
would
saying?
Never play a good, interesting video game. All they care about is like pirating their games and bragging about how much better their $2,000 gaming rigs are compared to consoles, right? That was the thing with Linus Tech Tips, right? Like, oh, I could build a $500 PC that is more powerful than a PlayStation 5. No, you can't. Like, it isn't possible. But
well,
like,
I don't know if that's possible.
The narrative has kind of taken hold among the normies, people who don't understand technology and don't.
Wait, also, this isn't okay. This is a dumb argument too because isn't Nintendo Switch? I know there's a Nintendo Switch 2 coming out, obviously, but for the longest time, it's literally been outdated hardware compared to like its other consoles. Like in the console war, currently the Nintendo Switch kind of sucks. Like yes, I know it has great games. Allegedly, I don't know. I've never owned one, so I don't know. But I know for a fact that it's been around for like since the PS4 and Xbox One, so it's definitely outdated. So the fact this guy is saying things like, oh, it just doesn't compete to everything else is ridiculous because it's probably the thing that doesn't actually compete to anything else in the opposite way. It's just like, how do you get it wrong? The opposite way. Like, you just completely messed it up.
Understand video games that like, oh, PC gaming is better because it just is. But the reality is
no one says that.
That isn't true, right? The reality is that PC gaming is not all that relevant, not all that popular, and is lagging behind its competitors, right?
What?
I only use mine in order to keep up with modern gaming and to dismiss games that like people like to hype up as being genuinely great. The Horizon Zero Dawns, the God of Wars, like there are reasons to cover.
Alright, so far, all he's doing is just completely dogging on literally every single popular game that's ever been that's ever gone decent, like I don't know, reviews. He's just, if it has great reviews, you gotta hate on it. And there's no way he actually played God of War. I gotta play God of War, but I'm just, based off of what people tell me about God of War, it's like one of those games, it's just like, you can't say it's bad. I don't know. I'd love to see, like, him tell me the reasons why it's bad. If you can give more than 3 reasons why it's bad, or not even that, give one reason that's actually in depth, that's more than 2 sentences, honestly, I can respect an opinion like that. Well, I'm not going to respect it necessarily, but I'm going to say, hey, you have an actual opinion based off something, not just it's bad because it's popular. I don't want to hear that. If it has the word popular in there, it's over.
PC gaming to like kind of denounce these games that people prop up as being like examples of a great video game design, when in reality they are not relevant in any way, shape, or form. The one game I'm enjoying right now, brand new PC game, I believe it was like an early like a late PS4 game or something. Like, I don't know what it originally came out on, but like Tales of Arise.
Never heard of it.
I'm playing this game. Bought it on sale, completely on a whim. I wasn't expecting to like it. I've played Tales of Vesperia. I've played Tales of Symphonia. I don't like either of them. Well, I didn't like either of them. And
why would you buy a game in a game series you hated? This guy has dedication to hate for the next level, bro. He just wants to find more things to hate for fun. Like that seems to be his hobby. That's like saying, okay, I hate Mario, so I'm gonna buy the newest Mario. And then I'm going to buy the next one they release. Because I want to see if it's good. Like, no, if you hate it, why buy it? Like, what?
I'm getting into, like, Tales of Arise, and I'm, like, 7 hours in now, and I'm really, really enjoying it, right? This one game that could easily run on a Nintendo Switch is the only reason I have my gaming PC set up right now. So...
What do you mean? Okay. What? The only reason why you have a gaming PC set up is for one game. Yeah, this guy. I would love to see how much money he invested in his PC, because I highly doubt he spent a lot of money on his PC. The reason why I say that is because there's no way you'd invest a ton of money into something that literally you only have for one purpose, as in like one thing only. You can't buy a PC and only use it for one game. There's no way you can do that. There's just no way. There's no way. I can't believe that.
That in mind, I would prefer it if Namco, Bandai Namco would just port this one game to Nintendo consoles. I know you can do it. It's not that hard. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is probably way more demanding than this is, right? Like, you need to stop making excuses and port these games to Nintendo consoles. There is no reason for me to play games like this on an inferior, more expensive piece of hardware.
How could you possibly say peace? Oh, he ended the video there. How could you possibly just like... I just don't get how you could possibly claim the Nintendo Switch is inferior. I mean, no, superior to a PC. His PC must be trash. It's just a fact at that point. I guarantee a mediocre PC in the modern day right now is at least 2 times better than Nintendo Switch in any aspect, running wise. Guarantee it. What is this? Okay, I don't know. I don't know at all. Steam had more games added to their library in one single year than the Switch had in their entire lifetime. Well, okay, the thing about that, by the way, is that just because there's a ton of games doesn't automatically make it better. It's just that when you have a lot more options, it means that there's more likely you're finding things that are for you, you know? Yeah, see, this is the comment I was looking for. If your gaming PC is so high-end, why haven't we seen it in or its specs? Now, I hate people who demand to see specs, mainly because it's like, dude, it's like, I feel like that's like too far. It's like, we don't need to see the specs. It's like, that's like too demanding, but I'd like to at least see it. Because, seeing it could give you a good idea. I mean, it'd be nice to see the specs, but I feel like that is kind of crazy. You think Harmon Cliff's... Okay, so show him... Okay, so he's playing on a Chromebook, apparently. I'm just kidding, I don't know. I'm not gonna play comments. Oh, wow. Here's a small list of critically acclaimed Steam games, including multi-platform games, which are often best on PC. I got these by browsing my own library and the store. A little to the left, I've actually heard about this. Audio Surf, never heard. Shrouded. Balloons Tower 6, goated game. Goat Simulator 3, oh my god, classic. Geometry Dash, okay. Wait, that's on Steam? Okay. Hi-Fi Rush, never heard of it. Journey, never know. Okay. Just look. Skyrim, Gary's Mod, Stardew Valley, Overcooked 2, Dying Light, Palworld, Doom. I mean, yeah, Terraria, like, yeah, a lot of these games are, I know about a lot of these games. Yeah, there's just so many games on Steam. I don't know. I feel like if you have the audacity to say Steam has no good games, you really should just go and search up, like, top 10 most overwhelmingly positive rated games and just play those. And figure out why do those games have the most overwhelmingly positive reviews. Why is it that? Because they're so great. And you might not like all of them, but you're gonna like at least 3 of them. Like, out of the 10, I guarantee you like at least 3. Bare minimum. Okay. Oh my god, this guy actually agrees with this guy? Oh my god. I don't know. I mean, the reality is, dude, he's got like 1.9K. Oh my god. But by the way, I just want to point out 1.9K views, right? 2,000 views and 116 comments is crazy. And the reason why I say that is because, like, dude, you do not get this many comments unless you get like way more views. Like, I know that because I just look at comment sections and whatnot, based off my own videos. Like, you do not get this many comments. So, you know what? He actually is kind of successful. If he's trolling, he's actually successful in the sense that, like, he's baiting people into commenting, and that's boosting his video in the algorithm. Problem is, he's probably also getting a lot of dislikes, which could potentially completely, you know, ruin his video. I would love to see the dislikes. I should probably get the extension for the dislikes, but it's like dislikes don't matter that much to me because, like, I never look at them. I'm not gonna dislike the video per se because I'm just, whatever, I will. I'm not really a big disliker. I feel guilty every time I do it, even though it doesn't really matter. At least for me, it's like, who cares? If someone dislikes something, just move on. Like, who cares? I don't know why they did it. If someone commented and told me, oh, I disliked because of this, and be like, okay, but yeah, I mean, who really knows? I'd love to see the ratios on his like to dislike on all the videos, though. That'd be great. Alright, anyways, that is the end of stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And, yeah.